Kids growing up, they love to put their hands in dough, Play-Doh. So let's look at some of the weird, wacky Play-Doh sets that we had as kids. Welcome back to the Junk Room, everybody. It's me, the Junkman, coming back at you with another video. And today I'm going to talk Play-Doh. I realize I've talked a lot about toys that we grew up on. I haven't really done much on Play-Doh. I did talk about the Star Wars Play-Doh sets, but I haven't done one just looking at Play-Doh. So I started digging around Play-Doh, and I was like, they make some really strange Play-Doh sets. I don't know about you. I have a love and hate for Play-Doh because I love playing with it, but it would just aggravate me so much. Let's start with your friend that wanted to mix your Play-Doh together. Oh, I know. On the box, everybody mix it together, right? And you wanted to make a Mr. Bill, but no. Play-Doh can't mix together because you can't unmix it. And I couldn't stand it. I would play with all blue. Friend could play with red. Didn't want to mix them up. Oh, it just made me so angry. And then you wanted to play with your Play-Doh, and either your mom, your grandma, some lady would tell you, don't get it in the carpet. They were so worried about Play-Doh getting in the freaking carpet. I can remember one time I just dropped it on the carpet, and I didn't want to get busted for playing with it on the carpet. So what did I do? I stepped on it and smeared my foot around in it, thinking that would help. Hey, it wasn't dog crap. It was Play-Doh. It just made it worse. So I have a love and hate with Play-Doh. And I can remember schools having Play-Doh. And schools always had, at least my school, always had Play-Doh in a bucket. It was like a bucket with a bunch of Play-Doh inside. But as a kid, at home when I got Play-Doh, it was always in like a cardboard box. I don't know if it's something special they sent in the schools or not, but I'm sure they sold it in stores also. But you remember that? It was like a big can and it had different kind of Play-Doh in it. And even kids at school, they wanted to mix it together and ruin it. And what about when you left your Play-Doh out overnight? It'd be hard as a dog turd. That thing would get so hard. But we're going to look at some Play-Doh sets. But I will tell you a fun fact about Play-Doh. In the 1930s, the Kroger company wanted to come up with a product that would clean the coal off wallpaper. I didn't even know this was a thing. I didn't even know coal and wallpaper went together. Strange time in the 30s, I guess. Coal residue, I should have said. And that's how Play-Doh first got invented. In Ohio, Cincinnati, Ohio. You know the Kroger building where Kenner was located. In 1965, Rainbow Crafts would buy Play-Doh and sell it, but that same year they were bought by General Mills, who of course owned Kenner. And then of course Tonka bought Kenner, so it became Tonka and Kenner owned Play-Doh. Now Hasbro, who owns Kenner, owns Play-Doh. And you remember that little mascot? You remember that little mascot with his little beret? Can't believe it. He's gone. Did you know that? They don't put him on the boxes anymore. They got some little Play-Doh man in him nowadays. It just goes to show there's no creativity anymore. Hey, Hasbro, if you're not going to use the mascot, then that means I can put it on a shirt, right? That means you don't want it anymore. So I'll put it on a shirt. Have they turned this thing into a Funko Pop? They had to have. They've had to have by now. But you know him. He was on all the boxes, had a little beret. I don't know if he was French or not, but he had a little beret. And he was on all the boxes when I was a kid. In 2000, they took his beret away and gave him a baseball cap. I like the beret better because it reminds you of doing art or something. But again, people just lost their creativity over time. But let's look at some of these Play-Doh play sets. First up, we have Play-Doh in a can. I told you they came in a can. And this is when they had a little elf mascot before the guy with the beret. But there it is, clean, non-toxic. I guess it didn't really clean wallpaper. Well, coal off wallpapers, but there you go. Play-Doh right there. Let's look at another one right here. How about a robot? Oh, I didn't have this one. This would have been cool. I loved robots as a kid. Who didn't love a robot now and then? And here you go. And it looks like you could mix the colors kind of and get away with taking them apart. No, you don't have to mix the colors. Look at it again. You just take one big old piece. Just take a big old round one. A big old red, blue Play-Doh. Roll it up. I used to roll it and make it look like a turd. Did y'all do that? You could roll it like that, make it look like a turd. It was a lot of fun, especially if you had the brown Play-Doh. But this one, you just stick the other pieces on it and make the robot. Didn't have to mix your colors together. I like that. I should have had that one. I just got a big on and off switch. That's crazy. How about the fuzzy pumper? This is probably one of the most famous Play-Doh sets. Big hit in the 70s. If you had Play-Doh in the 70s, chances are you had the fuzzy pumper. Don't get confused with the adult movie on Cinemax, Fuzzy Pumper, that I used to watch in the 80s. Not the same thing. Not the same thing. Trust me. Fuzzy pumper. This would grow hair. You put it in a little a chair, like a barber chair, and you crank it and hair would grow out and you could cut it, and it was a lot of fun. It had a great jingle in the commercial.
Sit right down, crank up the chair as Daddy grows his Play-Doh hair, shave and a haircut.
Next, please.
And of course they made some dumb, stupid Play-Doh sets too, like this one right here. Strawberry shortcake. Everyone told the slow kid in the neighborhood, don't eat the Play-Doh. Well, when you release one that has strawberry in the title, a kid's gonna eat it. But luckily, only slow girls had this one right here. I hope no boys were playing with a Play-Doh strawberry shortcake. Whew. Look at this. They made food, one based on food. Burger King Whopper Play-Doh sets. Come on, do you really need that? Play-Doh Burger King. And yes, even in the 90s, Taco Bell had their own. Oh, this will be a good time to make up some of that poop, because you eat Taco Bell, you're going to be pooping for about 6 days. But it even has that little annoying dog. Remember him? Hey, get out of here, dog. You ain't Spud McKenzie. Spud McKenzie's the only cool commercial dog. But there it is, a Taco Bell set. And also in the 90s, you know they had to make it. Pokemon. This might have been 2000s. I'm sorry. Pokemon. I just don't understand Pokemon. I try. I don't really understand it. It's Pikachu, I choose you. Peekaboo, go to the polls. Pikachu on the go. I'm just too old for Pokemon. It's like Power Rangers. I just don't get I don't get Pokemon. I can't sit here and talk about it. Another one I wouldn't buy is DuckTales. I know, going, Junkman DuckTales are good, man. Don't you like the DuckTales? No, I don't like the DuckTales. The ducks annoy me. The ducks, I just don't like nothing about the DuckTales. Again, I was too old when DuckTales hit, and that's probably why. But I don't like that Scrooge McDuck. I don't like, let's get out of here. I'm getting aggravated talking about, let's go back to the 70s and look at how you can make your own coins. Well, Play-Doh said, move over Bitcoin. You got the Play-Doh coin maker makes lots of shiny play coins. And look how they're shiny. They got tinfoil or something wrapped around. I don't remember this one. And that's the kid. That's the kid's look. He don't even look like he's having fun. And you know that's probably like the best picture they had. It was like, come on, Timmy, looks like you're having fun. Make those coins, Timmy. Get back to work. And this is the best picture they could come up with. He's probably crying in all the other ones. How about a microscope? Yeah, microscope Play-Doh set. That's just weird. Well, you can make the smallest little Play-Doh set. Hey, look, I made a little man of Play-Doh. He's so small. Put him in the micro set. What is this? Oh, I made a germ. Oh, I made COVID. Oh, let's move on. Look at that girl's hair. The 70s were ugly time. How about a construction set? This one comes with a little mat and it says tool shed. It has a tool shed. And I like this package because the white kid and the black kid are playing together. We didn't care in the 70s. We didn't see color. We only saw Play-Doh. And there you go right there. This guy's just rolling a piece. It's not even Play-Doh. Look at that. He's just rolling one of the plastic pieces up and down the street. And the other kid's getting ready to pump his Play-Doh out. Let's move on to a fun factory. Another classic one right here. This is just a generic classic. If you wanted to go cheap or your parents went cheap, they would get you the Fun Factory. This is one that had a little thing you put in the side of and you could push it down. A star-shaped Play-Doh would come out. But there was a round one that would come out. It's right in the box. They put it in the box because they knew it was a selling point because it looked like doo-doo. I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one, but when it comes to Play-Doh, you had to make doo-doo. You had to roll it up. Maybe you went in the cabinet and got some peanuts and put in it. You had to make doo-doo, right? You just had to make doo-doo. Blue doo-doo. You're like, oh, look at that. Papa Smurf's been around. He dropped out some blue poo-poo. Let's go on to Mop Top Shop. This is kind of like the Fuzzy Pumper. I guess they changed the name. I thought that little Jezebel was smoking a cigarette there for a second. Oh, it scared me. But this is the Fuzzy Pumper. Just kind of real. I guess they didn't want to have the name anymore. Well, what about going to the dentist? Yes, a Play-Doh set going to the dang dentist. This is I kind of like this. I didn't know about this as a kid. I like this because you can put all the Play-Doh teeth in and pull it out. It seems like it might be kind of fun. That guy's drilling a hole into it. That future dentist. I would like to find that kid and see if he became a dentist. I bet you he did. Now, what about TV theme ones? Ghostbusters. I know a lot of you out there like Ghostbusters, especially the real Ghostbusters. Don't get mixed up with the fake Ghostbusters. What's the fake Ghostbusters? You know it's true. Girl, you know it's true. Oh, there it is, the Ghostbusters, and it would glow in the dark. How about Make-A-Meal Bakery? You can make apple pie. You're going to mix all your colors together. Oh, you can make pancakes. No waffles, just pancakes. How about this one right here? Fix Me Up, Doc. Now this kid knows how to look like he's having fun on a Play-Doh box. This is like Operation. You got to take the guts and everything out of it. This is morbid. But there it is, the Fix Me Up. You know, the original name of this was going to be the Donner Play-Doh play set, but they changed it and made it Fix Me Up, Doc. I think they went wise there. What about Star Wars? Well, I'm going to spend a lot of time because I did a whole video on Star Wars ones, but look at this one. Wicket the Ewok from Return of the Jedi. I just think it's going to get hair all in your, Play-Doh if you let Ewoks play with it. How about Attack the Death Star? Why do they hate This is a Power of the Force toy. You see that logo? And there was one for Empire Strikes Back. Look at that. I don't even know who the guy with the red hat is. I did a whole video trying to figure out who that guy was, so y'all let me know. They put him on the front of the box. It looked like it looked like an Imperial dignitary. And I know it says it's Luke Skywalker, but come on, that's not Luke Skywalker. But let's move. And then there is Star Wars, of course, Star Wars. And being that Kenner had the rights to Play-Doh, you know they would do $6 million man. $6 million man. There's no Jamie Summers in this box. Only 6. I wonder if you can make Oscar Goldman. I hope you can make Oscar Goldman. I would have made 10 of them in a row. What about Mask? I know a lot of you guys out there like Mask. And there he is. Now easy open plastic containers. Will they ever hard to open? Has anybody have a hard time opening? You just pull it. I never seen anybody have a hard time opening Play-Doh. But now for the Mask kids, it was easy to open. And what about Batman? Yes, Batman right there for the 35th anniversary of Play-Doh. Batman based on the movie right there, of course, from 1989. And let's look at one more. Again, Kenner had the rights, so you know they made it. Superpowers Play-Doh set. You got Wonder Woman, you got Superman, you got them all. You don't have Spider-Man because he ain't a superpower DC character. And it just makes me wish I got some He-Man Masters Universe Play-Doh sets. So that would have been cool, but we never got that. But that's a look at some Play-Doh sets, and I want to know what Play-Doh sets you had. I know you had some. Did you have the fuzzy pumper? I bet you had it. I bet you pumped his fuzz. Be honest. Let me know what you had in the comments below, or maybe what you wanted to have and just never. Did you like to mix them together? Tell me in the comments. Did you mind? Was you one of those kids that did like to mix it together, or were you one of those kids that like to eat your Play-Doh?
Hey, Junkman channel popping though.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.